good evening, you. How are you today?
I'm good. And
You're
you?
good. I'm good too. Okay, are you ready for our lesson?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let's try to continue our unit 17, and that would be companies performance. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yesterday, we were able to had a background, or we discussed already this one about company performance in a socially responsible world. And you were able to answer this question yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this time we are going to have a reading. Okay. So I want you to read this one, you. Then after that one, let's try to answer the question.
Okay. Every investor loves a company when it achieves its sales targets. Many its costs and
Manages, again, say manages.
manages its costs and performs well on the stock market and therefore makes money.
Okay.
However, sorry.
However, yes.
Yeah. However, a company nowadays also needs to think about its reputation with the public
Yes.
and and its own staff.
Correct.
In other words, it has to be social responsible.
That's
For
correct.
example, it is expected to improve its environmental performance.
Yes.
In addition, it is often uh, just
Judge
just just
these
this day
days,
on the diversity of its workforce.
workforce.
The number of women, people from
Ethnic.
ethnic minorities, and disabled people in all positions, including senior management. This has become an important factor in recruitment,
Recruitment.
recruit, re- recruitment.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Finally, a company needs to have a good safety record, both in terms of its workers and the products
Products.
it
It
produces.
produces.
It
Produces.
produces.
Okay.
In a recent survey, 40% of workers said they would work longer hours, and 48% would
Would
work
work
for less pay
less.
with a socially responsible
Company.
company.
Okay.
Interestingly, 46% of employees believe they already work for a social responsible company. Without that, profits are no longer the only way to measure a company's
Company
success.
success. Yes.
Employees and customers expect a lot more.
That's correct. Okay. So we already read the reading in here. So let's try to answer the exercise one in here. Now look at the statements from 1 to 5. So
Yeah.
read the statements from 1 to 5 and discuss whether you think they are true or false. Then read
Okay.
the text and check your answers. Okay, number
Okay.
1.
Everybody loves a company that makes money. I think it's not definitely that not true definitely because um, a lot of employees love a social responsible company.
Okay, so that means your answer is false.
Yeah,
Okay, because it says in the reading that not just only profit,
yeah,
okay, that makes the company to become a successful one, but of
yeah,
course, it depends on the success depends on, of course, from if they are participating in a socially
Mm-hmm.
responsible.
So really possible. Yeah.
Yes, okay, company, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so not just only profits, not just only all about money, but of course,
Yeah.
companies nowadays, they are taking good care of of course, when we are talking of social, that includes our family, the
Yeah.
employees, okay, the
Mm-hmm.
employees of that certain company. That's why there are a lot of companies also would give incentives, would give bonuses to their employees, right? Why? Why is it they give that?
Because they want to keep
Yes.
employee loyalty.
Loyalty, okay? So that they will become loyal and they will going to what? To work harder because
Yeah.
they are paid, okay? They are paid well and they are given
Yeah.
additional payment or additional bonuses for the services they are offering to the company. Okay?
Yeah.
And if I am that employee, I will not, okay? I will not resign. I will not find a job because of that particular company. But of course, that is what we mean that you should be responsible if what? If you are, let's say, for example, if you own a company, you should have to think of your employees, not just only for profit, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
number two. Okay, what about number two?
It is not enough for a company to have good sales results. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
It's
true.
true.
Yes, yes, that
Yeah.
is
Yeah. It's
true.
true. It's
It's
true.
true
Yeah.
because it's not enough for the company to have a good sales results. So they
Yeah.
should have also to participate in a social responsible
Yeah.
responsibility also, okay? Or
Yeah.
world. Next, number three.
Companies have to show that they look after their employees. I think it's
Yes.
true.
That's correct. So
Yeah.
companies have to show. That's why that's what I'm telling just while ago that they should
Yeah.
have to take good care of their employees because they are the one who is working or who are working in your company. So if you're
Yeah.
not going to show them, if you're not going to look after them,
Mhm.
so they will not going to stay, okay? They will
Yeah.
not going to stay longer in that company until such time that they will going to retire, right?
Yeah.
It's good to what is one? It's good to know that if a good company they have a lot of employees or
Mhm.
retirees or retired employees already. So that
Yeah.
is one of the one of the factors that we can say that that company is doing well
Mhm.
and following the socially responsible company. Okay? Because
Yeah.
they have a lot of retirees already. Okay?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those retired employees are all loyal employees.
Yeah.
Right? And it's
Yeah.
not good to hear a company that they have, let's say, for example, in just after a week, another employee again, another set of new employees. After
Yeah.
a week, another set of new employees because the old ones are
Mhm.
or were able to transfer to another
Yeah.
company. Okay, it's
Yeah.
not good to um to have that one. Okay, number four.
Employees would work harder and for a lower salary if they were with a social responsible company.
Okay,
It's
so
true.
yes. So
True because
employees
yeah.
would work harder for a
Mm,
lower salary. Actually, not just only salary that we are making, that not just only money. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you are a socially responsible company and you showed and you look after for your employees, even though you are paid lower than the salary,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong about that. Why? Because you cared. You showed what is one care for your employees. That would be the most important thing. Actually, you in a actually me as of me, frankly speaking, I would rather apply to a company which has a lower salary if the boss, if the managers, the owners has a good heart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Rather than those company that offers, actually those company that offers a bigger salary, those are
Mm-hmm.
companies that are so very demanding. Okay?
Yeah.
They will
Yeah.
going to ask you a lot of reports because they are paying you a lot of
Mm-hmm.
money. So therefore they are going to ask for a lot of things to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be true. What about number 5?
Only a small minority of employees think they work for a social responsible company.
Mm.
Is for
It's false, okay? Because not just only small minority, not just only small. Because
yeah.
nowadays, even though you are coming from a black race, you are
Mm-hmm.
coming from any countries, you can employ, you can
Yeah.
land the job. Okay, even if you
Yes.
are disabled person, actually there here in the Philippines, we have this law that
Mm-hmm.
it's priority for
Mm-hmm.
every companies to
Mm-hmm.
let's say for example if they have applicant, a
Mm-hmm.
disabled applicant, so
Mm-hmm.
that should be a priority, so you should
Yeah.
have to give priority to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they have, that's in our law. I don't know in Vietnam, do you have a law for that also?
Yes, in Vietnam, in lots similar with your country.
Yeah, okay, because we are both Asian, right?
Yeah,
So we are
yeah,
just the same. Okay?
yeah.
So minorities, we can also consider that one, those who are living in a mountain province, so they are considered also a minority people, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
of course, we have to expect that sometimes minority people doesn't have the education, so they have lack of education. But if they know the so-called skills, if they have the skills, why don't you accept them?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just only the credentials, right? It's not just only your diploma, it's not just only your certificate that you can be able to show to the whole universe that I
Mm-hmm.
can do this,
Yeah,
but the most important
in,
thing is the skills,
yes,
right?
in my work, based on the bidding law, when
Mm-mm.
we bidding, when we have bidding package,
Yeah,
we prioritize the contractor
skilled.
that that they have women employees
That's correct. Okay.
and
That's good, huh? That
disabled
would be good.
people.
Yeah. And that would be good actually because you are not what do we call that? The term is you are not a fair treatment. Okay? Fair treatment. Okay?
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then aside from whether you're a girl, whether you're a boy, right?
yeah,
Okay. Like for example, in an oil gas company, that's the work for men, okay?
yeah,
But
yeah,
still you accept also women, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay? Because whatever men can do, women can do also. Am I
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's not just only the certificates. Let's say, for example, you're a graduate of like this, but you
Hmm.
don't have a skills. So I
Hmm.
may, I may hire, if I am the boss, if I am the
Yeah,
boss,
yeah.
two applicants. The one is a graduate of a university. He or
yeah,
she has a degree, and then she has, but the only problem is she doesn't have an experience. But the
mm-hmm,
other applicant is just only he doesn't have a the so-called a an education, or he doesn't finish his education or college degree, but
yeah,
he is skilled because he already worked in a different company before. So I'd rather pick, or I'd rather, okay, go with the one that is skilled rather than the one that is a university graduate. Why?
yeah.
What do you think is the reason you?
Uh, because when a person have experience, it's
Mm,
easy to
to
um,
train,
to train.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's just like, okay, okay, okay. And he can be able to get that already because he has the experience, not unlike with the one we it has a diploma, it has a certificate, a degree, but you
yeah,
have to train him or train her, okay,
yeah.
a lot of time, okay.
A lot of time,
Yes, a
money,
lot of effort, a lot of
cost
money.
training. Yeah,
Okay. And then you don't know if that person is willing to learn, right?
yeah,
What
yeah,
about if she is not willing to learn? So what would
yeah,
happen with your program? So you are just teaching to person who is nothing can give the company, right? So it's a
yeah,
waste of time. So therefore, it should be the company also, you should have to look at for that particular thing, okay.
yeah, yeah.
But sad to say, you, even if you actually in the United States,
Hmm?
even you're not a graduate, even without a diploma, even without a university degree, for as long as you know the skills, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter to them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the United States, it doesn't matter to them, and they give priority to the persons who are skilled rather than university graduate. That's why a lot of citizen of the United States
Yeah,
don't finish their education. They just
yeah.
get something, a training, then after that they land a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's sad to say here in the Philippines, we have discrimination for that. Actually, if you don't have the diploma, if you don't have the degree,
Mm-hmm.
better not to apply because you
Yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
one will going to accept you. That's
Hmm.
the sad part here in the Philippines. I don't know in Vietnam.
In Vietnam, the same because the diploma or graduate in university is the first requirement.
That's correct. But
It's,
yeah, but for
uh,
me, I
mhm,
think it's not right. Why? What about those persons cannot afford to go to university, right?
mhm.
But they
Yeah.
have this one. They have the intelligent. They're
Mhm.
intelligent, okay? They have the intelligence, but they don't have money. Okay?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they know the job, right?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
So
I
maybe we
think
should have,
we need
yeah.
based on interview when we interview the new employee, we can
Hmm?
know about their skill.
That's correct.
If employee skill is good, it's
Oh,
good for our
hire that,
company.
right?
Yeah,
Hire
we
that.
can hire.
Even without a diploma. Diploma is not important. Actually, if
Yeah.
I would become the president, I will impose that one. No discrimination. Okay. Actually, one of the problems also here in the Philippines, Hugh, is that actually when it comes to the age, if you are applying, let's say for example, you are already over age, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
land the job. So that would also be one of the sad practice here in the Philippines. Let's say, for example, if you are already on over 40s, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
apply
Yeah.
because most of the companies here in the Philippines, they prefer young and
Yeah.
fresh graduates.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Actually, I don't like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because there would be discrimination. If I would be the president, I will change everything. Okay? I will change that one. Even though you're old and you can still work, go apply. Right?
Mm-hmm.
In the
Yeah.
United States, actually, even you're old without discrimination, without age discrimination, for as long as you can still work, okay, you can apply. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
in Vietnam? Do you have also age discrimination?
Yeah. In Vietnam, I said before. In Vietnam, we need the person from university, from college, and
Hmm. So
if
we have
they
the same.
yeah
We
if
have
they
the
don't,
same system, right?
it's
Okay.
difficult to get a new job. Yeah, if you
Yeah. Actually,
they,
it's difficult.
lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I am not agree. I am not agreeing with that particular law, right? So
Yeah.
maybe they should have to change that one. Okay, anyway, that's the conversation that we had, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's try exercise number 2.
Mhm.
Complete the sentences with the words and phrases from the box.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's in here,
Achieve.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Achieve its self target.
Okay, so achieves its sales targets. So how are we
Um.
going to do this? So that we can
Yeah.
be able to move it down, so that you can see it, right? How can
Yeah.
I do that?
Okay. Based on the text, I can.
Yeah, okay, you can be able to say that now. Okay. If a company is open to both sexes and all races, it believes in the
Is live in uh,
open to all races.
social responsible company.
No, no, no. That would be
Can I
diversity.
make the
Yeah.
sentence?
Okay. If a company is open to both
Ah,
sexes, it
yeah,
means
yeah,
is it
yeah,
male or female, whether you
yeah,
are,
yeah,
yes, okay?
yeah, yeah.
So that would
Uh,
be
it, it's
diversity of its
diversity of its
workforce.
workforce.
Yes, that's correct. Number 2, a company which protects people and nature is,
Protect people and nature is the safety record.
you said it a while ago, socially
Socially responsible.
responsible. Yes. Yeah, if you protect people, social, right? People is
Mm-hmm.
social. And aside
Uh,
from that, nature. So
nature is
people and nature must go together. So that would be socially responsible. Okay, next. If your
company
if
has
your
good
company has good
results.
results, its shares usually,
Good result.
so that would be,
Uh, uh, um, achieve itself target.
again, if a company
Environmental
has a good result, its shares usually,
itself usually is the um, environmental
they have a
performance.
good results. So why do they have a good results? Because they
The they
perform
perform
well.
well. Yeah.
Okay? So why is it they have a good results? Because they perform well. So it shares usually, perform well.
Perform
Okay?
well. Mhm.
Next. If people like or respect the company, it has a good. So if people like or respect the company, it has a good.
The reputation.
That's correct. It has a good reputation. Next. If the company doesn't spend too much, it.
Manage is got. Manage
Okay.
is got.
Yes. So manages its
Is got.
cost. Okay. Because they're not spending a lot of money. So they
Yeah.
manages their costs. Okay. Not just
Yeah.
only for whatever the income, but of course they should have to also to compute the cost, right? Because maybe
Mhm.
you're just accepting income, profit, but you're not managing the cost, and
Mhm.
sometimes the cost is more than the profit, and that would
Yeah.
not be good, right? So
Yeah.
you are going to say, oh, thank you, we have a profit now, we have a lot of sales now. But if you try to compute the costs, it's more than the profit, and that's not good. Okay,
Yeah.
next. If there aren't many accidents, the company has a good.
Safety record.
That's correct. Okay, because especially in your company, because it's an oil gas company, you should have the so-called safety record office or safety
Yeah.
office. You have safety
Yeah.
officers? Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good. Okay. So you are following the protocol. Next, if the company sells what it plants, it is.
It is the achieve
I'm sorry.
the sales target.
That's correct. So it achieves its
It's
sales targets. That's correct. And then if the company doesn't pollute too much, it has a good.
was the environmental
That's
performance.
correct. It's a good environmental performance. Okay,
Yeah.
that would be right. Okay, do you have any questions so far with that, you?
No, thank you.
No more. Now let's try to move on here. So we have an audio here. Let's try to listen to 5 people talking about their employers, which aspects of the company's performance in its person evaluating. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try to listen. Oh, it's there. Okay.
Unit 12,
Okay.
Audio 54.
Can you see it?
1.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
It's not how they described it to me. At the interview, they said that their target was to have 45% of management positions filled by women. But 5 years later, I'm still here in the same office, and 2 men who arrived at the same time as me have been promoted above me. It's very disappointing. I really thought I had a big future here.
Yeah.
2.
We've reduced the number of accidents in the plants by 20%. We haven't achieved our target of less than 100 accidents per year, but we are getting there. Last year was encouraging because the number of serious injuries went down dramatically.
Yeah.
3.
We've had a really excellent year, much better than we expected. We're the darlings of the stock market at the moment. If you want to buy shares in the company, I think you should do it now, before the price goes up too high.
4.
The last 3 years haven't been very good. First, there was that pollution incident in our biggest factory. Then there was all that media criticism for not using electric vehicles. It's been a very poor performance. I don't like to tell people who I work for.
5.
Well, it hasn't been easy in the last 12 months. The new CEO told us to reduce our costs by 10%. In the end, we only managed to reduce them by 5%. But then it was quite a good year for business. I suppose I could say we've had a satisfactory year.
Okay, so we can be able to answer them. Okay, number one, what do you think would be the problem?
Problem here is the diversity.
That's correct. Okay, because there would be no promotion, and
Yeah.
yet the new employee
And
promoted, but the old ones cannot. Okay, it depends on their performance. Next, number two. So the problem is all about
safety record.
safety record. Very good. Number three.
Number three is the about sales performing well.
Well, that's correct. What about number four?
Number four is the environmental performance.
That's correct. And what about number five?
Number five is
Managing
managing cost.
managing costs. See? Okay. So, actually, in every company, there should have like this.
Yeah.
Okay, in order for you to have safety of your employees, safety of your company, and safety of all, you should have to have a safety office or safety record office.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then diversity, that means whether you're a boy, whether you're a girl, whether you're
Yeah.
disabled or you are abled, so it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
equal footing, that means if you think is the best if the best employee for that position, then give that position to the better person, right? Those who
Yeah.
are qualified person. And
Yeah.
then after that one, of course, how you are going to shares your shares in order for you to have to perform well. So you should
Yeah.
have to give shares, okay? Proper sharing. And then after that, you should have to, of course, to have concern in our environmental so that you're going to have an environmental performance. And
Yeah.
you should have to manage also the costs of your company. Okay,
Yeah.
you? So we are
Yeah.
going to end up in here. That's
Okay.
16. And we are going to continue doing that one on the next meeting. So that would be slide 17 for the next
Okay.
meeting or by
Okay.
tomorrow, okay?
Teacher Hazi,
You
tomorrow
cannot, yeah?
I have I'm busy tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Anyway, it's okay, no problem. So we are
Okay. And
going to see each other again on Monday, right?
see you on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So good luck on you and
Uh,
happy weekend and see you on Monday. You. Bye-bye.
see you Monday.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye-bye.